So take us from that to an entrepreneur starting your own business.
That's another big gap,
Yeah.
right? But I ran when I moved here. I think I worked for a car dealership for 6 months. Terrible at selling cars. Then I was in the fitness industry. So if anyone remembers Fitness Works in the East Valley, I did memberships and personal training and ran a few of their clubs. And then I went to go work for a large corporate company. And I worked for them for 10 years. So that's where I met my wife, right? Up selling soap in Scottsdale. And then worked my way up to essentially like a corporate manager. So I'm managing like Chick-fil-A sized customers and a bunch of people on the West Coast. And a few years back, along this journey, this company has a bunch of different divisions, and I did plumbing initially, working on soap dispensers and dish machines essentially. And then I got into commercial water treatment. So like City of Scottsdale, big giant water treatment plants, semiconductor companies where they've got huge water treatment systems there. So I learned how they work and what they do and where to get them and what's going on. And I had some jujitsu friends ask me, they're like, hey, you know something about water softeners, right? Like I need one at my house. Can you help me out? I'm like, I could probably figure it out, I guess. So get on YouTube, go talk to the supplier, talk to some installers. I'm like, all right, I got this. And went and installed a system.
And that's how it began.
And that's how it began. Yeah, so they had a couple of people from that school, get some stuff from me, and then they tell friends, and before I know it, I'm like, hey, I need to start an LLC, if for nothing else, just maybe some tax purposes, right?
Yeah.
Let's get one of these going, and this is just like, hey, this is my professional side hustle at this point. A couple times a month, go out, install a water softener on a Saturday, have some happy friends, I'm gonna get some clean water, and I'm on my way. And it kept growing. So then there was a point about a year and a half ago where I had to face a decision. Like, hey, was I gonna stay at this really nice corporate job where I'm well liked, I'm successful, doing all the things, right? I have this trajectory.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever easy, right? But it's certainly easier than running your own business.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Safe,
there's structure.
Yeah.
And it's something I was familiar with. Or am I going to go take this leap and go run a water softener company in Phoenix?
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about this a lot.
For sure.
And I want to kind of dive into that a little bit, because you and I know that we both made similar leaps, right? And there's a lot that goes into that. So you didn't feel fulfilled, right?
No, not at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was comfortable. It was good. It was a good place to be, but it wasn't what you really, really wanted to do. So talk about that transition and that thought process and what you did to be able to make that jump.
Well, I'll start with saying a year and a half ago, I shut my business down instead of starting State 48 Water full time. So all those fears, right? You're right. I wasn't fulfilled. I was on the road all the time, just something that I did not enjoy. But at some point in corporate America, you get to a certain step, and those are your choices. Like, you're either going to be on the road here all the time, or you're traveling. So I was gone every other week. We had an even younger kid at that time, right? He was like 1 and 2, and I'm already gone for the military. I love coaching. So I'm coaching football for my boys, and I'm having to have people sub in on games while I'm on the road, and it was a nightmare. And at some point in that transition, I'm like, I'm really good at this. I could do this for another 30 years and probably make it, pretty far in the corporate world. But I didn't want to wake up 10 years from now and be sitting in a Courtyard Marriott bar eating the same chicken Caesar salad, banging away on my laptop in 10 years, and my kids are all out of the house. Like, I can't get that time back. It's not fair to my wife. It's not fair to my kids. Ryan and I, we talked a lot about how important dads being in the house is, and that father figure. And how could I be a good dad if I'm on the road every other week, 3 days?
I agree. You know, even I think one of the things that's kind of stuck with me from what we were talking about, Peter's podcast. So if you haven't seen Peter's podcast, check it out. But he talks a lot about being present, just like fully. It's not enough to just physically be in the home with your family, but like actually be engaged and show up. And the importance of fathers in homes, and how we can look at so much of society's decline and see that a lot of it can go back to absent fathers. So I think that's super powerful that you recognize that, so much so to the point of like being encouraged or inspired to make a sacrifice to be present.
For sure.
Well, if we're not careful, our job could easily consume our
for sure.
Easily.
That's something I have to be really aware of, is like intentionally separating it, because it's not like a corporate job where you go there from 9 to 5 and then you get to get home and you're off. Like, it doesn't ever end. And in fact, a lot of it's done on the off hours. So how do you make sure that when you're with your family, you're fully present? It takes intentionality.
Yeah, you got to block it out.
Yeah, you can't, it won't just happen. You have to make it happen.
For sure.
So, by the way, so cool that you got the name State 48 Water.
Yeah.
Were you like, yes?
I was so surprised. At the time, this was 3 years ago, and I'm just like searching, and I don't know, ChatGPT wasn't as big, so you could just get a long list of names of things. I'm like, well, what sounds cool? I'm like, well, State 48, that makes sense. Water, and and I was like, there's no chance. And the LLC was available, and the domain.
Yeah.
That's
was
crazy.
like,
done.
well, okay, done.
There's a lot of
that
State
one
48 businesses.
Right?
Yeah,
There's a lot. We need to get everyone together and just for the next cornhole tournament, have all the State 48s out.
That would be awesome. So tell us what it is that you do for those that are listening that don't know. What are the services that you offer?
Yeah, so anything residential water treatment. So water softeners, whole house filters, RO systems, salt delivery, repair, maintenance, pretty much top to bottom. It's in your house, it's water, and we do it. Not a plumber, but anything water treatment related.
The dude's a wizard. Like, he came over. We were actually shooting some videos that you will see soon. Our Fix It Friday videos. We have one that's come out, but a series. But
multiple series.
Yes, multiple.
We were there for a while. We found some problems.
Yeah. Well, we were just standing by my water softener, and he's touching it, and he's like, "I bet you're having problems with this." I'm like, "Yeah." How do you know that? He's like, "Yeah, you got a problem right here." And sure enough, and it was under warranty, so we got it covered. But
nice.
Sometimes you just like hear it. It's when you know, like, it's what every kid wants to be when they grow up. Is like the water softener whisperer. We're standing by it ready to shoot the video, and I can hear the sound.
That's
like,
so
I know
funny.
that sound.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ryan, tell me, man.
We got
is
a problem.
Is this a problem?
And I didn't know, but so it's only supposed to drain behind like in our house, it drains behind the washer in that drain at 2 a.m. And I didn't know, but Kara said she could hear it all the time.
Oh.
So that means we were just dumping water in this thing all the time.
Yeah. So you fixed it?
Yeah,
You
so
got it fixed?
it's fixed,
Yeah.
thankfully, yeah. I would have had no idea, and I wouldn't have known what to do with it. So
Good thing we chose your house to shoot some videos.
I know. And then he did my RO system too. So.
Yeah. I know. We have RO, we have all of that, and we just got a call recently from some company wanting to like service it and change the filters. So that's essentially the same thing you do.
Yeah, we come out, we change the filters, take it another step further, right? Sanitize the system, make sure everything's good. There's a lot of people ready to come in, change a couple of filters and leave.
Yeah.